What's going on? It's your boy Two Ones in the building for a special night edition of the Truth Channel. Where I tell the truth and nothing but the truth, just to piss the devil off. Hope you all are well. May God be watching over you and your families. Anybody out there may be going through anything, I pray that everything gets better for you. I'm thankful to anybody out there that my videos have reached. I want y'all to understand the power of energy. I preach that a lot. I've said that over and over again. People will attempt to send you. They will attempt to send you their illness. You know what I mean? Be very understanding about how I always have said about photos and clothing and other ways people can step into your energy. You thinking you got cirrhosis or ulcers or diabetes and you got this, you got that, and you're not knowing that you have somebody that actually may have these things, but they can either get you to be around them to try to give you their illness, or they can do it from spiritual aspect of your photos. But some try to get you to be around closer to them so they can somehow affect you. They're healing off of your energy while trying to pass you a sickness. They will attempt to give you their illness. And we absorb so much energy as empaths. Sometimes you may get to that point where you feel like you may have something that you didn't know was in your bloodline, but actually it's not in your bloodline. It may be a bloodline you're connected to that has this illness that goes throughout the family. And some people try to put their illness on others. So a lot of people be sick because they've absorbed someone else's energy at the time, and it's very possible, whether you believe it or not. Uh, that's why a lot of your energies be off. We all absorb different energy, especially when you empaths and you online and different things like that. You can pick up on other people's energy and whatnot. When somebody wants making you look a certain way, it takes time. Okay? If I want to make you look like something's wrong with you, you're incompetent, you're ill. If I know it's a light at the end of the rainbow for you in your future, if I know anything is coming to you, anyway, anything that I want to do to stop that. If I want to do that, I want to start it early. I want to start you off in homes with other kids for behavior, because you're hyper or because you're not able to function. A lot of times you're unable to function because you have trauma to your head, you have emotional trauma, and you've had work done on you. Experiments, you've had everything done to you. So the trauma from that, and a lot of kids being trafficked, having adults exchange their energy with them, it triggers demons and things like that. So when somebody wants to make you look a certain way, it takes time, a lot of time. So by the time you done went through all this as a child, and you get up to your teens, you get to your adults area, and you have developmental delays, and you have learning disabilities and different things like that because of a lot of things that you went through that you probably don't even remember. You know what I'm saying? Then they build it up to where they can. The case is built up to where if anything does come to you, they have to be over it as well because you're mentally stable, or you got schizophrenia from medications, or you may have Maybe some people have a little dab of autism in it, or you know, anything, ADHD. You know what I mean? It's common. But what I'm saying is, we have to be careful to understand that as long as y'all understand that illnesses, a lot are given, not inherited. It's inherited through family genes, but sometimes it can be given too. You understand what I'm saying? You know that. So that's all I'm saying is just think clearly about how many children have gotten to the point they got up in age and they're not able to manage. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When a lot of kids are in relationships, or a lot of women and men get in relationships with people who feel like they gotta be their dad and mom and they get tired of it. You wanna know why? Because a lot of those women and men as children were held back so much. They were held back so much that even when they get to their adult years, they have a childlike innocence about them. Because a lot of them wasn't taught how to do nothing. Everything was did for. So if you never learning by actually being hands-on, how you gonna know anything? You understand what I'm saying? You can become a man and not know how to do manly stuff or change things and do this kind of stuff and do this. Because you are a human in spirit. You are a gifted person that has been mind controlled, and a lot of these things are not easy to overcome. They stick with you, and you are some of the smartest people ever. But that little dab of awfulness is still there from a lot of the things that has been done to you. Trauma, it hits hard at bangs, but the spirit, the fighting spirit, in order to be able to take that and say, okay, everything that I have occurred in life, let me apply that to a book, or let me apply that in my teachings. Let me guide, as a 48-year-old, let me come guide a 19 or 20-year-old who understand what it's like to have some of their childhood taken away by people wanting to do these type of things and basically script your life and you know different things like that. People think things are a game, and like I said before, examples will be made that sooner or later somebody gonna come along and that's gonna be the person or persons that you do that to, and it's gonna be over with for you. And I truly do believe that people don't get upset at you because you're cocky and you're confident. A lot of times, it's your faith that people are jealous of. You truly show people what believing in God is. They can't take that. And you find people that don't want to be around you because they're going to feel like they're smaller than you now when they shouldn't. Now, I want to talk about something that's long overdue. I want to talk about martial law, aka Walmart, right? Because I worked for Walmart for 13 years. Cooked. I was the best cook that was there, of course, in a particular time in the area. Years and years, right? But what I want y'all to understand about martial law, what that has something to do with. Martial law does what? If it really frowns, it's really a captivity type thing. That's what the rooms for them being in the back of them stores where they have it ready for people to to make them go in there and all this kind of crap. You know what I'm saying? So martial law frowns upon beliefs in activists, people who speak out. So if you ever work for them or work for a lot of these corporations, they keep your information never leaves them. They keep these informations. Lowe's is under the corporation of Walmart, right? So if let's say you work at a Lowe's in North Carolina, just you work, let's like you worked at Walmart. You worked at Walmart, but you went to Lowe's. But it's a Lowe's in Clinton, Mississippi. That got somebody with your exact name or got somebody with your exact information. So you gotta gotta understand this. Corporations can also sponsor gang stalking. If they don't have your information, that's what did I just tell you? Martial law frowned upon. And it's not like a lot of these corporations, just like anybody else, keep up with you when you're not there no more. Or they wanna. A lot of times people try to. A lot of it is about torture, greed. Sometimes people don't understand. It's just like record labels and artists, masters, and more money being gone than being here. 401ks like that. Not really wanting to give you those, willing to also be a part of these. That's what it is. It's martial law. It's all a part of it. It's all gang stalking. It has a lot to do with a lot of this. But them in particular, it's their former employees. You know what I mean? As weird as it sounds, if you look at martial law, that's what it's weird. If you look at it backwards, that's exactly what it is. That's all it is. And the devil has his day. That's what a lot of people say. He does. He has a lot of days where evil is done, but he also has another day. A day that he will have to come see the Lord also, just like everybody that went follow behind him. In the end, he's going to look the man in the eyes too before he drops. So keep that in mind. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for always tuning in to Roll 11. God bless you and your families. I love you all. Thanks.